I'm speaking as an American citizen. I'm speaking also as the grandson of a slave. I'm speaking as a product and a member of a certain democracy, and as a product and issue of a certain very complex history. Someone who represents a very complex country which insists on being simple-minded. Simplicity, has occurred to me more than once in my somewhat stormy life. Simplicity is taken to be a great American virtue, along with sincerity. And the result of this is, if you are simple-minded enough, you can become, I didn't want to go that far. And as long as you're sincere in what you say, you haven't got to know what you're talking about. These are the American virtues. Two of them, anyway. One of the results of this is that immaturity is taken to be a virtue, too. So that someone like, let us say, John Wayne, the late John Wayne, who spent most of his time on screen admonishing Indians, was under no necessity to grow up. In a movie made during the witch hunt era of American life, when Joe McCarthy, kind of illiterate senator, but very sincere man, was finding communists everywhere, somebody made a movie called My Son John, which starred, well, I won't bother to talk about the cast, story of a woman whose son turns out to be a communist defector. And she has to somehow reconcile herself to this and cooperate with the FBI to save her son's soul. Perfectly okay, all right. But she says at one point to her husband, who's an American Legion hero, a model of simplicity. And he understands before anybody else does that his son is really a communist. How does he understand this? Because he is such a virtuous American. And is perfectly willing to put his son to death because his son is a communist. All right, I didn't make that movie. You know, it may or may not have made a lot of money, but it represented something in the climate of the times and something very, very profound in the American experience or the American refusal to endure or accept experience. One of the things, it seems to me, that has always contributed to this adoration of innocence, this adoration of immaturity, so that we really do get, representing us, a post-adolescent who was almost 80 years old. And